Servus Kinder, Captain Steeblio ist wieder mal am Start mit einer Folge von Trails of Cold Steel. Ihr sagt Jusch, okay, dann machen wir mal Jusch. Wir haben unsere Bonding Points ausgegeben und mit anderen Leuten gesprochen. Das war sehr wichtig, glaube ich. Auf jeden Fall wollten wir die zwei Hauptquests für heute machen. Sind die beiden Punkte da. Das war nochmal welche. Notebook, hilf mir. So, Thors Militärakademie. Ach. Das ist. Ach nee, hier ist die Quest. Upsi, bupsi. Gut. Ortsguthaus Mystery und Orbital Delivery. Na, wer ist die Delivery? Das, wo muss ich hin? Left of the Student Building. Engineering Building, da gehen wir zuerst hin. Also los, Rean. Zeit für Quests. Jetzt will ich delivern. Principal kommt immer zum Schluss. Ach, du bist nett. George, hey there, good to see you. Ah, you're the person who was with President Tova when I first arrived at the academy. Got a memory? George, no man. No me, no. I'm George, no me. Second year, class 3. I'm also head of the engineering club. You're Rean Schwarzer from class 7, right? Nice to meet you. Likewise. Tova told me that you're helping out the student council. You've probably got a lot to learn about the academy since you've just enrolled, but good luck with everything. Thank you very much. But I'm curious. This is the engineering building, isn't it? With all the machines and equipment around here, it certainly fits the bill. Yep, you can basically think of this as the Academy's very own ornament factory. The engineering club has been in charge of maintaining ornaments here for a long time now. Well, that's pretty impressive. I assume you repaired all of the stuff you wanted me to deliver for this request too. That's right, I handle that stuff here at the engineering club too. Usually deliver them myself, but I'm a little too busy this month. Can I ask you to do it for me? Of course, dafür bin ich ja da. So what do I need to know? Awesome! Okay, here's the rundown. As you know, I need you to deliver 3 Orbital products for me. First up is this Orbital scale, which I need delivered to the cooking club. Cooking club? Club meets in the home economics room on the 2nd floor of the main building. Give it to the head of the club, Nicholas. Nicholas from the cooking club, home economics room. Okay, got it. Next, 2 are both in town. So we take requests from people outside the academy too. Yeah, there was so much talk about the club that I started getting requests from people in tourists too. There's no reason for me to refuse them, so I do as much as I can to help them out. That certainly explains how you end up so busy. Haha, sure does. Second delivery I need to make is this antique orbital lamp. This one's going to Mich, at the pawn shop. You'll find it in the southeast part of the central shopping district. It's kind of out of the way, so keep an eye out. Antique orbital lamp for the pawn shop. Understood! Last but not least, the final item I need you to deliver is this orbital wristwatch. Wristwatch. This one's going to Michael over at Radio Twister. Radio Twister is in the southwest of the central shopping district. Just let the receptionist know why you're there and she'll call mich Michael. Oder den guten Michael. Nennen wir ihn den guten Michael. Out for you. Orbital wristwatch for Michael from Radio Twister as the receptionist. Right, I can do that, I think. And that's everything. Let me give you the items themselves. Orbital scale, antique orbital lamp, orbital wristwatch. I'll be sure to be careful. It's not going to be easy carrying all of those around. I'm sure you manage it. Just be sure to report back to me when you're done. Of course, I get started, right, Ray? Yay, Quest gestartet. Wird mir das angezeigt? Nee, will's nicht. Dann muss ich mir das echt merken. Also, nutzen wir doch mal einmal im Leben das Schnellreise-Feature für mein Sake. Home Economics Room, das war's. Who is Nicholas? Hey there, you wouldn't happen to be here to join the cooking club, would you? Not exactly. Their engineering club asked me to deliver something from them. Oh Gott, da ist dieses Biest im Hintergrund. Is this what you have been waiting on? Yup, that's the orbital scale I asked George to fix, alright? I don't know how he works so fast, I'd really be lost without him. George's many talents aside, didn't even know tools like this existed. Pretty impressive, isn't it? These can provide more accurate and minuscule measurements than any analog scale. If you put a container full of ingredients on there, it'll even subtract the container's weight for you. It's handy. I believe it. You don't have an interest in cooking by any chance, do you? I haven't given it much thought, so to be honest, but I'm kind of curious. I'll be cooking for myself from now on anyway, right? You'd be surprised at how many students here can't. Here's the thing, the cafeteria might be cheap, but it still costs more mira than making it yourself would. Have you even tried to cook anything yet? Not yet, I don't even know where to start. Which means you're as a virgin as my olive oil. Richtig, du bist auch ein Virgin. If you want to start cooking, I'd recommend you start cooking. Just make something, doesn't matter what. Tell you what, I'll even give you this to get you started. Hey, ein Recipe Book, ich kann kochen. Geil! And on top of that, to top it off, here's a really easy recipe to get started on. It's so easy, I've got all the ingredients you need right now. Help yourself. Simple omelette, fresh egg, of course rock salt. Thank you very much. This recipe book seems like I'll be a helpful companion, but are you sure I can have it? Ha 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 ha. Sure, we've got tons of them. If it sparks a fire for cooking in your heart, it'll all be worth it. Got it. I'll be sure you get some use out of it then. Thanks again for bringing me my orbital scale, and pass my thanks to George for fixing it too. Will do. You can now view the recipe tab in your notebook. You can take ingredients and turn them into delicious food. Und derselbe Textbox, die wir schon immer gesehen haben. Might find them while searching specific cooking. Cooking! Can use recipes and ingredients to make food by selecting a note from the camp menu or pressing this button and choosing recipe. So recipe is your own. Oh, ich kann für meine Boys gucken. Ah, Vieh scheint Simple Omelette nicht zu mögen. Das können wir schon mal usen. Aber Elliot mag das sehr. Also, wo ist mein Cookbook? Hier, Recipe. Oh, da haben wir es doch. Das kann ich hier eben machen. Who will do the cooking? So. Ich kann das ja aufteilen. Kann ich mit den kochen. Oh! Es gab ja Effekte. Solid Omelette? Können also auch mehrere Sachen rauskommen. Interessant. Das wird eine Sache. So, und Quick Save. Quick Travel. God damn it! Da, Pawn Shop. Da sollte ich hin. Bist du Micht? Du siehst aus wie ein Micht. You got some business here, kid. Or are you just window shopping? I do actually. I'm here to give you something from the engineering club. Oh, George fixed that thing already. Well, hand it over already, will ya? Right? This guy doesn't seem too friendly. The kid does nice work. I swear, why does being a pawnbroker have to be such a pain in the ass sometimes? We have fought an item break right after paid for it. That's a pretty nasty surprise. Do you get a lot of students in here out of sheer curiosity? Fair few, sure. But you're looking for some money? I don't lend money to kids. You kids can't think of this place as an exchange shop. So, like, items for items? Well, yeah, think got something in a while back that kid like you like. It's yours as a way of saying thanks for delivery. Late deck. Late? Is this a card game or something? Seems the way. Some good for nothing second year brought it in. Can't say I ever bothered to play. You can give it a try or don't. Burn it for all I care, didn't pay for it. Thanks, really nice of you. I have this strange feeling that he just gave me this because he didn't have anywhere to put it. But oh well. Oh yeah, another thing, my shop's got the finest selection of curios in all of Twister. If you don't see anything you like, come back. Anything you like, come back later. They change up the goods sometimes. When? When I feel like it. Anyway, see ya. Thanks for the delivery and enjoy the playing cards or whatever. Anytime. You can now purchase curios. In this shop you can exchange certain items for rarer and higher quality ones. You can also buy some of the items you might have missed in previous chapters as curios. As for the card game Mich just gave Rean, you'll be able to play that later in the game. Oh, aber ich will's jetzt spielen. At Mich's Pawn Shop you can purchase curios. Curios von Furios oder so. The items on offer will change each time you enter the shop. You might even find rare items you've missed from chests and elsewhere here. Cool. Exchange. Was habe ich für Punkte? Ach, Mira. Das sind meine Punkte. Ach nee, das sind die Items, die ich geben kann. So. Was ist das alles? Was auch immer ich auf exchanged habe. Ach, das sind die Sepiz. Habe ich die jetzt verkauft oder Ah, ich habe die eingetauscht. Da, Tierball, das ist Tiara Ball. Ah, das ist besseres Dings. Jetzt I understand, I guess. Das wäre curious. Kobe Fat, Hearty Powder, White Beast Flesh. Okidoki, I guess I understand. So, und das Radio. War hier drüben. Hallo Receptionist.
Welcome to Radio Twister. How can I help you today?
There's someone named Michael here. I've got a delivery from the engineering club and ideally I'd like to take it to him directly.
As a matter of fact, we do have a Michael here. Let me call him for you. You can wait on the sofa over there if you like.
Ja, grüß Gott, ich bin's, der Michael. Sorry to keep you waiting. You said you've got the delivery from the engineering club for me.
I do, indeed. Here it is.
Oh, he really did fix it up. He has some pro-level work. We're starting up a new shot tonight, so I was feeling all nervous without a quick way to check the time. Things are be just fine now, though. Can imagine that would be pretty intense. Well, you know, it starts at night tonight, and if things will go up the radio trees are guaranteed to see a pretty big increase in popularity. Which will mean I'll be one step closer to achieving my dream of... Oh, oops, sorry about that. I shouldn't be getting all excited like that. And boring you with my life story. Wird nach einer Zeit so anstrengend. Not at all. I'm of the opinion that being passionate about what you do is a good thing. Diese Job pretty much... Also irgendwie habe ich einfach versucht, den zum Österreicher zu machen, den Michael, und bin, glaube ich, bei Italiener gelandet. This job pretty much my life and my entire... This job's pretty much my entire life at this point on really. But if you wanna make me feel more alive, tune into the show tonight. You bet. What if I had an order radio? Well, I gotta head back, or the sound producer is there waiting for me. Normally I treat you to some tea or something, but today's a really busy day. Tell George the thanks for fixing my watch when you get back. Of course, good luck with tonight's show. Alright, that's the last item delivered. I should go tell George. Muss man eben ausatmen von dem ganzen Gerede. Gott, das ist anstrengend. Aha, Quick Travel ist schon dufte. Kann ja hier rein. Na toll, Back Entrance ist Lock. Mach Back Entrance auf. Well, hey, seems like we're done with those deliveries. All 3 of them. Nice work. So now that you've finished delivering those, what did you think of the places you delivered them to? Well, they're certainly all unique, and none of them are places I normally go either. Might have wandered into the home economics room eventually, but not the pawn shop or the radio station. Yeah, I don't think most students would. The pawn shop in particular is kind of hard to find too. That's true. But now I feel as though I have a general idea of where most of the main places in Tolle are thanks to this. It almost feels like this request benefited me more than it did you. Well, that's nice to hear. You spoke to Michael while you were at Radio Trista, didn't you? Did he tell you anything about the new show they're starting up? He did. It starts at 9 PM tonight, doesn't it? I figured he mentioned that. Thrilled about the show, and that enthusiasm is infectious. How about you? Are you planning on tuning in? Love to, but... don't have an orbital radio. In that case here, it's all yours. Nice, an orbital radio. Wait, really? It's the latest model, the 2, same one I've got. You helped me out big time today, so it only seems right to pay you back. Are you sure? Of course, I bought it for research purpose, but I never really found the chance to make any use of it. It'd be a waste to just leave it here collecting dust, so I'd be thrilled if you actually got some use out of it. Well, if that's the case, thank you very much. You're welcome. Oh yes, there's something I'd like you to tell the rest of Class 7 for me. Instructor Sarah came to me with a request the other day. Long story short, she left me in charge of doing maintenance on all of your Arcus units. No kidding! Like I said, the engineering clubs are basically Thor's Orbe factories, so yeah. And of course I'm pretty interested in your Arcus units myself. So if you need help with anything Arcus related, just come visit me here and I sort it out. Good to know. Part of me feels bad adding to your workload. That's a relief to hear that you'll be the one in charge of this stuff. That's quite the compliment. Alright, I also meant to ask, you know about Cepheid masses, right? Jetzt kommt der Teil, der interessant ist, aber bevor wir weitermachen, will ich erstmal kurz ein Schlückchen trinken. Sorry, aber nach all den Textboxen muss erstmal die Kehle ein bisschen gewässert werden. You mean the stuff that monsters sometimes drop with regular Cepheid? Exactly. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you how handy regular Cepheid can be, but Cepheid masses have tons of impurities, so they've never received much attention. Recently, some discovered a way to efficiently extract seaweed from them. Is that so? Oh, it's so. Thanks to that, most shops are willing to take them off your hands at a decent price nowadays. There's no point in holding on to them, so go ahead and sell them if you find any. A little extra money never hurt anyone. Sounds like a good deal to me, will you do? I think I'm just about talked out for the day. Thanks again for all your help. Here's hoping we can keep exchanging favors. Ditto. We'll be continuing on you. You can now make use of Academy's Auge Factory. Ach, guck mal. Dafür sind die Teile. Factories, you can use Civet to unlock slots in your party's ordnance. To do this, select das und das. Ja, das kriegen wir hin. Factories, you can use Civet to synthesize Quartz. Ach, das kann ich auch damit machen. Ja, geil. Use your materials to customize your weapons at an Auge Factory. Furthermore, Civet Masters can now be exchanged for Mira within any shop's exchange menu. Das, was ich schon getan habe. Regular Civet can be exchanged too, but do remember that they're also used for synthesizing quartz and unlocking slots. Nesses, on the other hand, are useless and can thus be freely exchanged for Mira. Dann wollen wir mal ein bisschen basteln, ne? Guck mal, Analyze ist wichtig. Analyze brauche ich. Deswegen kaufe ich nochmal Analyze. Einfach mal Aquableed nochmal kaufen. Ach guck mal, das sind die, die ich gehabt habe. Und für 20.000 Mira kann ich die kaufen. Ach, guck mal, für jeden, guck mal, ich mache jedem seinen drauf hier. Jeder kriegt ein Bild von sich. Exchange, da kann ich Geld für die bekommen. Ach ne. Opmins haben wir auch noch. Ach, hier kann ich das einfach so machen. Hm? Slots, so. Already open. Can be opened. Nein, ich habe die weißen da unten nicht genug. Ich habe sie für eine Analyse gekauft. Da Mirage Sepit. Space Sepit. Ach nee, da. Es gibt Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, Time, Space, und Mirage. Das ist aber schön. Für ein bisschen Geld. Hier, ich krieg die ja ständig fürs Angeln. Sind wir mal ganz Gangster. Sieht Customized Weapon aus. Dafür brauche ich... Ach, guck mal. Was machen wir doch? Einfach mal alle drei hier. Nee, krass, das war ich nicht für dich. Und ein Shop. EP Charge. Master Quartz kann ich bei ihm kaufen. Da krieg ich meine Leistung so lange. Also J. Das war genug. Phew, that was a lot of work. I'm exhausted. Feels good though, kind of fulfilling. But now that I think about it, George might have made that request specifically for my sake. I feel like I know a lot more about Trista and the Academy now that I'm done. Ooh, old Ronald. Who's that? If she's hanging around here, she must be a member of the engineering club, right? That big thing extra wasn't here before either. What could it be? Well, it doesn't matter now. I've got another request to finish. Servus, what's that? That about does it. Now all I've got to do is report back to George. So she does know George after all. Yeah. Principal Büro. Nope. Hello, Principal Vendick. Excuse me, Principal. I'm Rean Schwarzer of Class 7. Yo, May. Oh, good. I've been waiting for you. Ho, ho, ho. He looks even bigger up close than he did at the entrance ceremony. He must be, what, 2 arch tall? Don't tell me you've accepted my request. I truly appreciate you making time out of your free day to assist me in this. No problem at all, sir. So you're looking for someone to further investigate the underground area of the old schoolhouse? Precisely. I couldn't have found a better man for the job, considering your class was done there so recently. Incidentally, it was Sarah who insisted on making use of that trapdoor, not me. I probably should have tried to stop her, however. Please do accept my apologies.
Oh, no, sir, you have no reason to apologize. Kind of already figured she was behind it anyway. I mean, it stands to reason.
Getting back to the matter at hand, there are a number of interesting stories regarding that old schoolhouse. That gargoyle you found is just a drop in the bucket, all told.
Now that you mention it, did get the distinct impression while fighting it that it was no ordinary monster. It was almost as if...
Indeed, almost as if it weren't a monster at all, but a demon. Perhaps the word fiend might fit. In your experience, it left alone, it will always regenerate to its original statue from, eventually.
Really?
Yes, and as a result, the area has long been used by students in tests of strength. But in the past year, many strange alterations have begun occurring there. We've received reports ranging from those appearing out of nowhere to strange and eerie voices from the darkness.
I see. So you'd like me to go and investigate whether there's any truth to this report then?
If possible, yes. Specifically, I would like you to walk through the underground area and check for any significant changes since last month. Task for which you are uniquely qualified, given your prior experience down there.
Suppose that's true, and I'd be happy to undertake this mission. So if that gargoyle has regenerated, things could get a little tricky.
That turns out to be the case, I would have no objection at all to you turning back. Should stress that I'm making this request to Class 7 as a whole. By all means, do ask your classmates for assistance. I'm certainly not expecting you to go alone.
Oh, understood. I'll just do just that.
Splendid. Believe you'll be needing this then. Old schoolhouse key. Geil. It's a key to the front door of the old schoolhouse. Best of luck to you and please be safe.
Thank you, sir.
So, die Frage, muss ich jetzt zu den Leuten gehen und die extra fragen, ob die mitkommen? Oder kommen die nur einfach mit? Ist gut, dass wir Vieh direkt hier haben. Servus, Vieh. The shade's here nice. Might be good for napping, sagt sie nur. Wenn sie das gleiche sagt, dann... Vielleicht, auch nur weil die ganze Zeit hier da Gaius und Elliot da waren, vielleicht kann ich ja nur die mitnehmen. Das probieren wir auch voraus. Einfach mit Gaius sprechen. Gaius, my friend. Seems like a Linda's been fun. Nein. Er sagt das Gleiche. Dann werden die wohl automatisch in meiner Party sein. Schätze ich mal. Naja, das ist eine Sache für nächste Episode. Dann gibt es hoffentlich mal endlich wieder ein bisschen Action. Bis dahin, Kinder, genießt bitte euer Leben, genießt eure Freizeit, genießt einfach alles. Und ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen. Macht's gut, immer schön ehrlich bleiben, wieder genießen Leben, genießen, reinhauen. Ihr kennt das, genießt eure Jugend. Denn die will nicht mehr lange anhalten. Ciao.